Hello everyone. Welcome back to UK Pro Writers. Today, we have a fascinating topic to delve into, the consequences of China's currency manipulation on Western economies. This is a crucial subject that affects global trade balances and economic stability. Stay tuned as we explore the importance of this research and guide you through the key chapters of a research paper. Importance of the research topic. The research on the consequences of China's currency manipulation on Western economies is vital due to its profound impact on global trade dynamics and economic stability. Understanding the intricacies of currency manipulation is crucial for policymakers, as it directly influences trade imbalances and financial vulnerabilities in Western nations. Addressing this issue is paramount for fostering fair international trade practices and developing effective strategies to mitigate economic risks associated with currency manipulation. Real-world examples. To illustrate the impact of China's currency manipulation on trade imbalances, let's look at the example of the United States. In recent years, the undervaluation of the Chinese yuan has led to a significant trade deficit for the U.S., as Chinese goods become more competitively priced, flooding American markets. This trade imbalance not only affects domestic industries but also poses challenges for the overall stability of the U.S. economy. Now, turning our attention to economic instability, we examine the case of the European Union. The Eurozone has experienced disruptions due to China's currency manipulation, as the fluctuating exchange rates impact the region's export-oriented economies. This volatility in currency values has raised concerns among EU policymakers, highlighting the need for a comprehensive understanding of how China's actions reverberate globally and contribute to economic uncertainties. Chapter 1 Introduction. Chapter 1 of a research paper typically introduces the research problem, providing context and background, and outlines the significance of the study. It also formulates research questions, objectives, and establishes the rationale, laying the foundation for the entire research endeavor. Research problem. One of the pressing issues in today's global economy is the impact of China's currency manipulation on Western nations. The undervaluation of the Chinese yuan has led to significant trade imbalances and economic instability in Western economies. Research significance. Understanding this phenomenon is crucial for policymakers, economists, and businesses as it directly influences international trade dynamics and financial stability. Research questions. How does China's currency manipulation contribute to trade imbalances in Western economies? What are the economic consequences of such trade imbalances on Western nations? How can Western economies mitigate the negative effects of China's currency manipulation? Research objectives. To analyze the extent of China's currency manipulation and its impact on trade balances. To assess the economic consequences of trade imbalances caused by currency manipulation. To recommend strategies for Western economies to address and mitigate the effects of currency manipulation. Research rationale. This research is essential for providing policymakers with evidence-based insights to formulate effective strategies, ensuring economic stability and fair international trade practices. Chapter 2 Literature Review. Moving on to Chapter 2, the literature review is crucial as it provides the context and theoretical foundation for our research. Chapter 2, the literature review, comprehensively surveys existing scholarly works relevant to the research topic, providing a theoretical framework and historical context. It analyzes and synthesizes the literature to identify gaps, trends, and key theories that inform the research questions, guiding the direction of the study. Suitable subtopics. Historical overview of China's currency manipulation. Impact of currency manipulation on trade balances. Economic consequences of trade imbalances. Previous attempts to address currency manipulation. Theories and models. Mercantilism historically relevant, emphasizing the importance of a trade surplus for a nation's economic success. Dependency theory examines the relationship between developed and developing nations in the context of trade imbalances. Exchange rate models like the Purchasing Power Parity (PPP) model, providing insights into currency valuation. Literature gap. There is a noticeable gap in the existing literature regarding the specific strategies Western economies can adopt to counter the effects of China's currency manipulation. This research aims to fill that void. Chapter 3, Methodology. Now, let's dive into Chapter 3, where we discuss the methodology employed for this research. Chapter 3, the methodology, outlines the research design, detailing the conceptual framework, research philosophy, approach, strategy, and data analysis method. It also addresses ethical considerations, limitations, and delimitations, providing a clear roadmap for how the study will be conducted. Conceptual framework. Considering three independent variables: China's currency valuation, Western trade balances, and economic stability, with the dependent variable being the overall impact on Western economies. Research philosophy. Pragmatism, as it allows for a flexible approach, combining both quantitative and qualitative methods. Research approach. Deductive reasoning, starting with a theory and testing its application to real-world scenarios. Research strategy. A mix of case studies and statistical analysis to provide a comprehensive understanding. Research choice. A combination of both quantitative and qualitative research to capture the multifaceted nature of the issue. Data analysis method. Quantitative analysis for trade balance statistics and qualitative analysis for policy impact assessments. Ethical considerations. Ensuring participant confidentiality in interviews and surveys. For instance, protecting the identity of economists, providing insights into the consequences of currency manipulation. Limitations and delimitations. Recognizing potential constraints such as data availability and the complexity of global economic systems. Chapter 4, Data Analysis. As we move into Chapter 4, let's discuss how we'll analyze the data based on our recommendations in Chapter 3. Chapter 4, the data analysis, involves the application of the chosen research methodology, whether quantitative or qualitative, to analyze the collected data. It explores patterns, relationships, or themes, providing empirical insights that contribute to addressing the research questions and objectives outlined in earlier chapters. Quantitative analysis. For quantitative analysis, we'll employ a sample size of 500 trade transactions over the past decade to establish meaningful patterns and trends. Qualitative analysis. In qualitative analysis, we'll conduct in-depth interviews with key policymakers, economists, and business leaders, aiming for a diverse sample of 20 participants. Chapter 5, Conclusion and Recommendations. Now, onto the conclusion and recommendations, Chapters 5 and 6. Conclusion. Summarizing our findings and emphasizing the implications of China's currency manipulation on Western economies. It's a crucial chapter for wrapping up the research journey. Recommendations. Suggesting actionable strategies for policymakers, businesses, and economists to address the challenges posed by currency manipulation. This chapter bridges the gap between research and practical solutions. Suggestions for future research. Before we end today's discussion, let's touch upon future research directions. Investigating the long-term effects of China's currency manipulation, exploring alternative economic models, and assessing the impact of technological advancements on currency valuation could be promising avenues for future studies. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey into the consequences of China's currency manipulation on Western economies. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video. Until then, stay curious.